Hey everyone, it is Jay Allen Hull, your intentional living specialist, the number one intentional living specialist. And I'm here again. This week I've been sharing some ideas about rest, how to be more intentional with your schedule and your routines, just basically to help you to get through this stay at home, issues and things like that nature, whatever's going on right now. Hopefully to help you to be able to not go stir crazy. I know we're stuck in the houses, but also to help you to be more intentional with what you're doing. That's one of the problems is when we get stuck in the house, we just kind of, even if we've got a job to do, we don't focus oftentimes, unless you're practiced at it for years. We don't focus. If we go from all of a sudden we're in an office environment where we're forced to focus to now you can just you're just sitting at home and you're still in your pajamas. You haven't even got dressed, haven't even brushed your teeth for the day, and you can do whatever you want. Our attention starts to wander. So hopefully the tips I've been giving this week, you've been able to find a way to modify them or apply them in your life. So today I want to give you one more. One of the things that I know and that I've learned from my mentors is that most brains can only endure what the butt can endure. And most butts at maximum are a 50-minute butt. So what that means is, oftentimes we sit down and we have the best intentions. We're going to be productive. We've even written it down in our planner. We're going to go through all this. Problem is that our mind will start to wander whether we want it to or not. We do have to take breaks. That's the bottom line. We have to shift things up a little bit every once in a while. So here's what I like to do. I'm going to share with you my secret weapon. It's called the Pomodoro method. You can look that up online, Pomodoro method. But here's one of my absolute favorite apps that I use. You know how they always say, there's an app for that. There is. You can look up Pomodoro. That's just like it's spelled. Sorry, I'm a horrible speller. P-O-M. Start with P-O-M and then go from there. But here's the one that I really like that I have on my phone, and it's called Be Focused. It's right there, the red one with the timer. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up for you. And what Be Focused does, and what the Pomodoro method is, essentially, is that you break your time up into super concentrated work times, and then take a break. And by this, what we mean is the idea isn't to like do a million tasks. By the way, multitasking is multi-sucking. Let's all say it together. Multitasking is multi-sucking. I learned that from one of my mentors, my friend, Kristen Judd. Okay. I never liked multitasking before, but she so eloquently put it into words, just beautifully, about multitasking is multi-sucking. So remember that. So the idea is that you have a 25-minute period there, okay? You get 25 minutes, you start your timer, and it counts down. And what I like to do, there we go, you can see it counting down. What I like to do is actually put my phone on airplane mode or on the do not disturb mode, so that way I'm not interrupted by emails, phone calls, text messages, anything like that. And then I work on what I need to for 25 minutes, super concentrated. And again, I'm not talking about this means going through emails. This means doing 14 tasks in 25 minutes. What I'm talking about is, if you're wanting to write a book, okay, you work on that book for 25 minutes. We talked about this in breaking down hourly goals, right? So this is one of my secret weapons in helping those hours to go by a little quicker. So I take 25 minutes, I get super concentrated, or you're building a website, whatever it is, you're working on it for 25 minutes. At the end of that 25 minutes, what's going to happen is that you're going to go ahead and get a 5-minute break. So it's automatically going to count down. It's going to sound the alarm, and then you're going to get a 5-minute break, and you hit the start button. That's your potty break. I like to, sometimes depends on how long I've been sitting, if I've been going through several of these sessions, get up, walk around, or keep your book on your desk so you can grab it, you read. The idea is to shift for a moment, just for a small moment, away from what you're doing. Gives your brain a breather. It's kind of like taking a break when you're jogging, right? And so that's the idea, is you're going to take just a small break, not enough to get you so that you can't get refocused, right? And again, let me warn you, I stay away from games during that 5 minutes. Okay. Don't get into a game. Don't open your social media. That's not what that 5 minutes is for. That 5 minutes is to give your body and your brain a shift, but still keep it engaged intellectually, not getting stuck into an idiot box, whether that idiot box is this size or big or whatever the case might be. You know, don't turn on your soap opera. Don't turn on Grey's Anatomy for 5 minutes. That's not what it's about. It's about getting up, walk around your office, refill your water mug, your whatever, your coffee mug, whatever you need to do. Go to the bathroom, you know, or if none of that applies, read a book for 5 minutes. Okay. Once that 5 minute timer sounds, you hit the start button and you get back to what you're doing. Now, it may be the same task, or you may have finished that during that time. And so you have your next task lined up. You go, okay, I finished the squeeze page. My next task is the sales page. And so you spend doing that. At the end of that 25 minutes, again, you're going to get another 5 minute break. Then it starts all over. You hit the timer, 25 minutes. At the end of 4 25-minute spans, you're going to go ahead and get well, it depends on the timer and the way you have it set up. Some of them, it's after 2 25-minute spans. So 25 minutes, 5-minute break, 25 minutes, and then they might give you a 15-minute break. I have mine set up for 25 minutes, 5 minutes, 25 minutes, 5 minutes, 25 minutes, and 5 minutes. And then after the fourth 25 minutes is when I get my 15-minute break. And so at that point, you get a 15-minute break after basically a couple of hours, right, worth of work. And you, again, 15 minutes, you get up, you know, go outside, get a breath of fresh air, stay 6 feet apart from everybody, whatever the case might be, you know, go hug your kids, go, you know, have a snack, again, refill your, you know, but do something that is not going to engage your mind, or not engage your mind, suck your mind into nothingness. Okay. Again, if you want to read a book, you can go ahead, you can read a book. You can, you know, just do a 15-minute meditation session if that's what you want to do. But the idea is not to get involved in social media, TV, Hulu, Voodoo, any of that stuff. Okay. You just want to go ahead and stay focused on what you're doing without, you know, without having your mind totally shift. Also, oh, this is important. Sorry. I got excited there. Stay away from email during that time. Okay. Email should be set. I have my email time in the morning, at lunchtime, and at workday shutdown, right? I told you my daily rituals earlier this week. So I had my daily rituals were, you know, email checking on workday startup, and then during lunch, and then if I do need to check something during the middle of the day or want to, and then workday shutdown. Okay. So don't use this 5 minutes. Don't use this 15 minutes to start checking email, because your mind is going to get sucked away from what you're doing. And here's what happens when your mind gets sucked away like that. You know, it's one thing to just get up, stretch, walk around the room. It doesn't take you completely out of the zone. But when you get sucked away, this is why multitasking is multi-sucking. Studies have shown that if, let's say, you're hyper vigilant on this one task and then you switch for 5 minutes to go check your email, it will take on average 20 to 25 minutes to get your mind back into the task at hand. So if you haven't finished that task, if you're just taking a 5-minute break in the middle, what happens when you come back? When you come back and you sit down and you've been checking your email or social media or playing the game, it's going to take you 25 minutes to get back on track. Well, by then, the next 5-minute timer has sounded. And then what happens? Then you've wasted your day. So that defeats the Pomodoro method, okay? This doesn't work for everybody. Some people just like, when they're in the zone, they just like to stay in the zone. Perfect. Stick with it. Don't change a thing. This is just a way to help you when you're at home. If you have trouble focusing, if you do start multitasking and you're shooting off, you know, email here and answering a text there and checking your Facebook there, and, you know, and it just feels like at the end of the day, you haven't really moved the needle on your goals, on your projects, on your work assignment, then try this Pomodoro method. Okay. Again, be focused. It's free. There is a paid version. I've never seen the need for the paid version, so I'm not going to say that you have to get it if you start using this and you use it so heavily that you feel you need. But you can actually, if you want, you know, again, you can actually have up to 10 Pomodoros, that's 25-minute sessions, and you can actually enter in a task name. So that way it's tracking your tasks, and it'll help you to track your tasks that, okay, right now is working on the book, right? Then the next Pomodoro is working on the web page. And then the next Pomodoro is working on my podcast, or, whatever the case might be, if that's what you want to do. Or you can just leave them blank. I leave them blank. I just go off of my planner. I write in my planner what I should be doing at what time, and then start this at that time, and keep things synced up that way. So use it how you want. It's just a suggestion. It's called Be Focused. Again, Be Focused, and it is free, and it has a paid version. I've never needed it, and it's called the Pomodoro Method. Feel free to look it up online. And there's also Pomodoro timers that you can get for your desk at Amazon. Again, I don't see a reason to pay money for it. Just make sure that when you use your phone for this, that you do either put it on Do Not Disturb, or you put it on the airplane mode, so that you're not, that's part of staying hyper focused and hyper vigilant on what you're doing. So anyhow, I hope that helps everyone out. I hope that helps you be a little more intentional with your day and what you're doing working from home. Even this will even work for your kids. We're all homeschooling now, right? We all became teachers overnight. They gave us our certificate and booted us out and said, here you go, teach your kids. And all of a sudden, mommies and daddies became teachers across the world. So use this with your kids. Hey, guys, if you can focus for 25 minutes on this assignment, then you get 5 minutes break, and then 25 minutes on this assignment and 5-minute break, whatever the case might be. It might be helpful, because again, when there's a goal in sight, when there's an end in sight of something, we're more motivated to move forward. When it's just kind of this amorphous blob of something that we're going to eventually finish. And so definitely try it with your kids. Again, my name is J. Allen Hull. I am your intentional living specialist, the #1 intentional living specialist. And I hope that this has been helpful. I'd love to hear your comments and what you have to say about the Pomodoro method and whether it's working for you or not. So we will talk to everybody soon. Thank you for your time.